Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis, and this is Kaon Reviews. Now today's video review is going to focus on Transformers Legacy Skullgrin. And I have to say, I wasn't originally going to pick this figure up. He kind of grew on me. And as you can see, he's got that big old open window. He's got his, the big, you do see the figure up, correct, right there and then. Sorry, I'm kind of stuttering. I do apologize. However, the head is not as exposed as it was. It was kind of like that. But there was the little wrap that tied it together, so I went ahead and cut that off, in preparation for this episode, and just to show off the head. And I have to say, this is a good head mold for it. But again, and I know it's going to sound like I'm griping, so I do apologize in advance. But when I did hear about the figure, I'm thinking, oh wow, they're going to reintroduce the Pretender line with better articulation, which isn't the case. So, this is what we are getting in this case. And as you can tell, and excuse the ring light, you do see him in his vehicle mode. Very nice artwork. On this side, you see a close-up of his face, as well as in robot mode. Very, very imposing. I like this. I may go ahead and try and take some shots of him looking like this. So hopefully I'll be able to incorporate him within this video. Now, of course, we do have, this artwork. And I have to say, it's not as impressive as with the other, toy line. This side artwork, is there. And if they ever release a poster, I may pass it by, not like the other ones that I used to gush over. So, yeah. But then when you take a look at the back, where you do see his robot mode, very nice looking, I have to say. Like I said, this figure did grow on me. And you do see him in his vehicle mode. So, and you also see that QR code, which shows off his tech specs that you can be able to take a look at. I know that this line has had this, and I just don't touch up on it, so I do apologize. But other than that, there he is, and very nice. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the figure. So give me a moment, and let's get this boy unboxed. And there he is. Outside of his box is Skullgrin, or as I think they had called him in the original Masterforce series, Dauros. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Anyway, and like I said, this figure kind of grew on me. He does have a lot of the components from his Pretender show, but at the same time, it's intermixed with his robotic body. So that is very nice. I'm really liking it. There were certain aspects of this figure that during my initial playing around with the figure, transformation and whatnot, that I was kind of like, not really liking. The weapons here, as you can tell, are like really plastic and pliable. And it looks like they were, I don't know if they were bolted in white plastic and then painted silver for around the gun barrels. I'm assuming that's got to be it, because you have this white plastic all the way around. So if it was originally this gunmetal gray, then every time you put that in, you're going to see the paint scuffing. But I love how they put this, the weapons as both a handheld blaster as well as a sword. And of course, you got these here, which can also double up as weapons as well. So you can, say for example, take one off, put one on here, and boom, he's got that really nice looking weapon there. And you can tell, look at that detail on his face. Now, I have seen an image of a customizer that did a lot of dry brushing on the body and whatnot and giving it a little bit more detail. So that's pretty awesome. I don't know if I will do that myself. I don't think I've got the courage for it, but it is nice looking, I have to say. Though, personally, I would have loved to have seen an updated version of the Pretender shells, with the updated transformability of the inner robots. So again, that's just me. I have to say I'm an old G1er. Anyone that grew up with the original line back in the 80s will basically be referred to as a G1er. So, but again, I love how the technology and such made it possible for a lot of these classic characters to be redone to where it has better articulation and whatnot. So, hey, I'm not complaining all that much. Now, as you can tell, he's got some really good molded detail on his chest. He even has that belt buckle that kind of looks like a pirate buckle. He's got some good molded detail on here. Now, I'm not sure if Toy Hacks is going to put any type of labels for this. Personally, I don't think it really needs it. But then I said that with a lot of characters that I thought didn't need Toy Hacks labels. And then when they came out, it's like, oh wow, I'm so glad I got this. So, you know what? I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch here. So, very nice. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get him situated for transformation. So I will be right back. Oh, hold on. Before I forget, sorry. So let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation. Now his head is on a ball joint, as you can tell right there. So he can look up, he can look down, he can look left, he can look right. You can tell his back horns are on a type of not even a hinge. Well, I guess you can call this a hinge. They will go down for transformation. The horns are definitely on a type of hinge here. So, and that's for transformation. So you can see how they will go out and go in. It's now his arms are on a type of swivel and can rotate 360. He does have a mushroom peg here, and this will allow him for upper bicep rotation. His arms can fold up over 90 degrees, as you can see. His hands can bend down if you wish to go ahead and have him hold out his hand like this, like he's pointing the sword at you. And but again, the hand is mostly for transformation. The way it's able to bend out. There is no wrist rotation. He does have some waist rotation, which allows him to go 360. He can kick up, but it is a tight raise. So he can kick up, can kick back. He can bend around a little under 90 degrees. And he does have some very tight ankle tilt for those rather unique poses there. So very, very nice. Like I said, this figure did grow on me, so I wasn't all that pleased originally. And I do apologize if I keep on repeating that. But nonetheless, this is a good looking figure. So if you all don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and get him situated so we can go ahead and start with transformation. Alright, I am back. Now, as you can tell, I had gotten him back in his original form in terms of his robot mode. Here are his alternate weapons here, which are going to be put to the side and be placed, later on in vehicle mode. So, as you can tell, his cannon is going to be put out like so. And one of the first things is we're going to go ahead and take the back horns and we're going to flip these down. And go ahead and fold the horns on either side of his face, and we're going to lift the head up like that. Now once that is done, we're going to go ahead and open up his chest here. And as you can tell, there are a couple of pegs. I'm going to zoom in so you can take a look right there. So there's a peg here and here. There is a molded slot there and there. And that's how the chest is going to peg in. So once that is there, one of the things we're going to do also is we're going to fold the hands. Fold that out like so. Now we're going to fold the hands in, and you just take a nice little push. There we go. And do the same thing here. Boom. There we go. So at this point, we're going to go ahead, put the head in, at which point detaches the back section. And that is going to go all the way around. Now, before we do anything further, we're going to take this notch here and we're going to lift it up like so. And that's going to lift up the hands. Now, at this point, we're going to go ahead and put the arms in on either side. We're going to turn the forearms like so, at which point there is a peg here, here, and a slot under each. You're just going to peg that in, and boom, there you go. Alrighty, now once that is there, you're just going to go ahead and take this front section here and push that back down. At which point, you got the top portion. Now, what we're going to do is this waist is going to fold in. And once that is there, we're going to take these leg pieces and we're going to kick those up and kick that up again. And there you go, like so. Alright, almost forgot. One other thing here. On the back here, you got tabs here and here. There are slots in the forearms. You're going to make sure those get pegged in. And that will keep these arms from flopping around in the back. There we go, like so. Now, at this point, we're going to go ahead and tab the legs like so. For now, anyway. And we're going to take these back portions and we're going to lift those up. And lift these up. Now, as you can tell, they're on a type of hinge here. And we're going to go ahead and take these feet and push those down. Now these legs are going to go ahead and slide in on itself. And these are on a type of hanger there. So we're just going to go ahead and push those up, lift that up, as you can tell, on a rocker, and boom. Now, one thing I almost forgot, so let me show you now. There's a tab here and here on his thigh, and they got, try and zoom in there. There we go. You got ports here and here. You can put that in there, and at the same time, and yes. So you got a tab here and a tab here. They're going to go into these notches right here above the knees. So once all that is there, we're just going to go ahead and tab that. And let's try and get all that together. There we go. All right. And for some reason, it's just not. All right. So now that we got all that squared away, it keeps on unhinging. Sorry. So once all that is squared away, now we're going to take this section here, and I'm going to zoom out so you can see. And we're going to take this thread and twist it around. Going to do the same with the other one. And now we're just going to go ahead and put that in there. Now, one thing I do want to let you know, there's a tab right here on the back of the thread, which is going to go into that little notch right there that you see. Now we're going to do the same on the other side, and one thing I did make a mention, there's another peg here which goes into this slot back there. So we're going to go ahead, push that in, and we're going to go ahead and push that in. And let's try and get all this pegged in there correctly. And I think we got it. Do we got it? Do we have it? I think we do. Oh, almost forgot. So we got these two here, and that is going to peg into that peg hole there. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And there we go. All right, there he is in the vehicle mode. And I have to say, he's not bad. I'm more in favor of the OG1 Pretender robot, but again, it's not too bad. I am liking the vehicle mode. There's a lot of gray on this, so I'm not really sure if Toy Hacks is going to be able to do anything with this body. But as you can tell, a lot of this is a totally different type of vehicle. Now, one thing I really wish, and I do think someone did make a mention about it beforehand, and I kind of wish they had given treads to the front and give them that battle tank look, and that would have been a lot better, honestly. But it kind of makes you wonder, well, what's the purpose of having treads in the back if you're not going to put any in the front, unless the treads are underneath? But again, that would have been, like I said, the treads on the front would have been a hell of a lot better, honestly. Or at least molded the treads on the outside. But again, this is just me. I'm just griping. So, I mean, again, he kind of grew on me in terms of the figure itself. But again, I really wish it could have done a little bit more. But it is what it is. It's a new take on an old character. So I'm willing to give it a chance. But give me a moment to go ahead and get him back into robot mode. And I'll be right back. Alright, there he is. Back in robot mode. And like I said, I'm pretty impressed despite my earlier, my earlier opinion about this figure. Now, I think I am going to go ahead because there is another pretender, and I did mention him earlier. I think it was Bomb Burst or Gilmer, as I refer to him in terms of the Japanese character. And the only problem, in my personal opinion, is that they didn't make Gilmer the same size as Dauros. And I'm just like, wow, really? They made him core class, which is cool. I may go ahead and get Iguanas as well, because that's one that came out, and I wasn't all that jazzed with it. But again, certain characters may just grow on me and whatnot, so there he is. So now I wound up getting him on Hasbro Pulse, and I got him during the last pre-order. Now unfortunately there was a lot that I wound up having to cancel, and I did wind up getting this one on the sly. And so I figured, why the hell not? If I'm going to get Bomb Burst or Gilmer, I might as well get Skullgrin or Dauros. And like I said, despite my earlier opinion of this character, I've really grown to like him. So on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm going to go ahead and give Dauros a. I'm going to go ahead and give him an 8. Mostly because, again, my opinion of the character or the figure itself was not originally much to my liking, and I am getting over that, as a matter of fact. But also the plastic, or I should say the pliable plastic that they used for these. I don't understand why Hasbro decided to go down this road for this when they made these very hard plastics. So, but posability is nice. It's got some good articulation. Also, in terms of the vehicle mode, it's an interesting vehicle mode. Don't get me wrong, but I really wish they had given him tank treads to the front of his vehicle, the way they did it with the back. So, vehicle design was kind of weird. And that says a lot coming from me. I know weird. But that's my take on the figure. I want to hear from you. Were you able to pick this figure up? And if so, did you like him? Did you hate him? Leave me a comment about it in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I post up new videos. Now, at this point, that last review, I had over, I think it's 303 subscribers. Now, I have yet to hear from anyone offering a suggestion as to what I should give away as a celebration of this milestone. This is why I always ask, I always say, leave a comment. So if you have an idea, let me know. Let me see if I can get it and put it out there. So, I'm grateful for the subscriptions and everything, but I want to be able to say thank you in my own way. Now, of course, I can always go ahead and, seeing as how I'm also a comic book artist, I can probably go ahead and draw, a particular character. So if you want to have a character drawn and whatnot, let me know on that, and then we'll go ahead and see about holding a contest, and the winner will have his, the character he wants drawn in my own style, mind you. But thank you, everyone, for joining me on this magic carpet ride that I call my YouTube channel. And it's gone from, when it was originally, put together, over 5 years ago, and it has evolved tremendously over the past going on 3 years now. So I really appreciate your support, and I hope that y'all will continue supporting me as I put out new videos. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.